Well, the Trump administration's lasting signature achievement in the Middle East will certainly be the Abraham Accords, which established peace and full relations between Israel and the United Arab Emirates and also with Bahrain. So how is his defeat by Joe Biden being viewed in the Gulf? And how much concern is there over the likely policies of a Biden presidency, especially regarding Iran, for example? Well, for more, we're joined now by Adey Al-Sayed, president of the Bahrain Journalists Association. She speaks to us from Rifa in Bahrain. And Adey, let me ask you, in some foreign capitals, there was celebration over President Trump's defeat. That was certainly not the case in Israel. What has been the reaction there in Bahrain, the UAE, in the Gulf in general?
Thank you very much for the question. Of course, people are concerned in this part of the world. The Abraham Accords came at an amazing time. We needed peace in the region, and President Trump supported this and made it happen. People here are concerned because the previous Democrat Party wasn't fair to this region and was supportive of the Iranian regime. And that was just a term just before President Trump's term. People are concerned, are worried. End of the day, this choice has been made by the American people, and this is democracy, and this is the result of democracy. But what we hope is that the moment President-elect Biden walks into the White House, we hope that he will take into consideration these peace agreements that have been signed. These are huge achievements, and they have been a slap on the face of Iran. And we are not ready to go a step backwards. We haven't moved forward, and we hope that the influence of previous Democrats will not have an impact on decisions being made by President-elect Biden. People are seriously concerned because what we saw happen during the Democrats' rule didn't serve this region in a positive way. On the contrary, it's empowered and it's enhanced what the Iranian regime was doing. So we are quite concerned, but at the same time, I need to be a little bit more pragmatic. And many presidents, the moment they walk into the office, they change their approach. And I think that Biden will look at these achievements as a major step to pursue in the same direction. I do not believe that there is room to move backwards. I think that all the fear that people in the Gulf countries have or in the region have will be settled. If not, then we will be having a lot of issues to be concerned about and worry about. Because we expect that peace will only be achieved by weakening the Iranian Ayatollah, not by empowering it more. So we're just hoping to see that happen.
Well, let me ask you, there has been a lot of speculation that the UAE and Bahrain will be joined, even in the coming months, by countries like Oman, and that Saudi Arabia, well, it may not establish full relations with Israel, could upgrade its ties. Do you think that will happen continue under a Biden administration, or will that really depend on the policies coming from the White House towards the region regarding Iran and regarding, for example, selling sophisticated arms to the countries in the Gulf like the UAE and Bahrain?
I think I agree with you. No, it will all depend on Biden's approach towards this area. We were going in a positive direction, country after another country. In this region, people were feeling secure about these things, that they have a lot of issues in common with Israel. So does the upcoming office support what has been achieved, or will it move in a different direction, supporting the Iranian regime? And I hope that this doesn't actually happen, because as much, let's be honest, as much, we are all sovereign nations. Bahrain, UAE, Israel are strong countries in the region. And the move that they have taken is quite a strong move. And the agreements are a reality and have time. So will President-elect Biden oppose or stop moving forward? Will his next step discourage other Gulf countries to signing the agreement? We will only know when Biden is in office. My analysis is that no, I do believe that there will be other countries trying to be significant, and I believe that Japan, with 50 years of experience as a statesman, might have a different approach than his democratic predecessors. I hope so, because we do want to see other Arab and Gulf countries join. These are not something that we will shoot, that we will remember as part of the moment. No, they will have an impact on Gulf countries, Arab countries, and on the United States itself. By the way, when you support extremist ideologies, you will all come back to hit your own country. So we hope that this won't happen, and I hope that the American people who have the power to choose a new president also have the power to have an impact on the decisions that are being made. They shouldn't look at us as being selfish and being worried about our region. No, our agreements are solid. Israel is a solid country. Bahrain is a strong country, and we are moving forward. But we don't want anything to be an obstacle in our path. And I personally believe that the approach of the Democrats might change after these elections. I think the Democrats have learned a lesson from what happened in Egypt and from the Iranian interference in Bahrain, the internal affairs.
Right. We'll see. We'll, as you say, let's see what will develop in the coming months in Washington. Adel Al-Sayed, president of the Bahrain Journalists Association, thank you for joining.